Good morning. You hear me? Oh, I can't hear you.
Not connecting properly.
Yeah, I was having some issues.
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Oh, boy.
What a set of energies.
Right? All right, let's clear the space. It's crazy funky.
I may have to pull out my stuff. Ugh.
All right, how's everyone doing? We're going to do one free per person question. We'll check into that. We're going to do a collective probably first. So pop your question in the chat and Larry and I will get to that. We can also do $20 minis readings for you, as well as they're $25 minis and $55 fulls. So make sure you pop in your chat. Let us know how you're feeling, how these energies are doing. I mean, it's people are getting their karma. Stuff's coming through, and so I know it's been a very interesting ride the last couple of weeks with these energies. So just feel through it. A lot is happening for us, not to us. So just know that and trust that. Let's see what's going on in the energies.
All right, so as Susan said, welcome. Put your questions inside of the chat window. We will be doing some collective stuff, but let's see if we can get a few questions first. And please like, follow, share, and subscribe. Also, if you look up on my screen, there's a price list. We have a couple that we've kept on sale, which is What's Blocking Love, $10 messages for your DM, and $10 messages from your higher self. However, the summer sale is over. We're now into fall, and so the mini is $25 and $55 for the full. So with that, who wants to be first with a card or two, or otherwise we're going to pull some collective energies.
Does anyone have any questions?
Everybody seems quiet, so I'm going to pull a collective money. It seems to be that's something that's been coming through a lot this last couple of weeks. And so let's see what the collective energies are around money and wealth. Spirit, give me the collective energies around money and wealth, please. And Spirit says, you're manifesting it. You may not seem it right now, but you are manifesting it. You're making an investment on yourself, and it's going to be time to take action very soon. So be prepared. And those are the energies around money. All right, so
chakra we're working on. It looks like it's the heart chakra. We're going to get some charms, and what else we got going on? But I feel like we should be doing a lot of career stuff today, jobs stuff. Let's say.
Yeah, I've been feeling the same thing. It's in a lot of people's energies.
Yeah, so a lot of job changes. All right, so 2 elephants, a mini and a large one. We got the whale tail. So look these up and what these meanings mean to you, because everything has different meaning to different people, as well as what signs you're seeing. So, and we got love coming in. So it looks like we might be doing some love messages too. So we're on a little bit late, but I had some teenagers hitting on my door and my garage last night, and cops running around my neighborhood.
Always the joy of having children.
Well, my kids weren't home, but other kids are having fun. I felt divinely guided to learn something from a lady I met a year ago. Am I to learn from her, Wendy? Okay. Well, if you're feeling like you're divinely guided, then hi, Wendy. Good morning. Let's see. You usually should go with your intuition and how you feel. Let's see what the energies are saying. What is this for? Oh, thank you, Jennifer. Thank you for your messages. That's really sweet. I feel divinely guided to learn from that. All right, what is for Wendy? Should she learn something? Yeah, it says thumbs up. So you really should go with your gut, who you feel called to learn from. And if you're getting called to learn something, then there's a reason for it. It's something that might be coming up later. It's something that you need to know. So definitely follow those instincts. That's your gut. She told me angel wings. Yeah. Well, we're all working on getting them back. It's just whether you are following and working on your shadow side. They don't come out unless you actually go to the depths to uncover what's going on. Or did she say she had angel wings? You're welcome. What were you going to go learning from her? Any Akashic, Reiki, what card readings? Oh, good. Okay. She's been working on herself for 2 years. That's good.
Keep at it.
Yeah, then you're on here for a reason. So Larry does light language. He does some readings. We're going to be doing a little bit of light language and a little Reiki, depending on what chakra we're working on. Make sure you're getting on Larry's channel too. We don't see each other's chats, but he has his pricing up on there. I wear my necklace with wings. Yeah. So just know we are all fallen angels, and we have to work to get our angel wings back here. But it's only for those that choose the harder path. Those that are not are just kind of walking blindly around out here. So if you're being guided to us, there's a reason. We're going to be doing a collective. We will do some one-off questions per person. We do appreciate any kind of donations. We are both single parents that have kids that are not cheap, unfortunately.
No, they're not.
So we got knocked off our path to get on here and work on ourselves as well as help. And our energy, Larry and I have been working on our energy for a long time. So if you're being called to this, there's a reason. So stay on. You're going to probably benefit from the light language as well as the Reiki and the messages. So definitely stay. Please like, share, and follow. We are normally on Monday nights and Sunday mornings right now. It's been maybe Wednesday nights. We're testing out, and possibly a Thursday or Friday morning, but we haven't figured that out. So just pay attention and keep following. All right, let me see. I might have a question. I can't.
Okay, so let's see if we get some questions. Otherwise, we'll pull up some more collectives, see what I can feel into the collectives. I think maybe a love message from the universe might be needed for today, because the energies have been just outside of insane, completely knocking a lot of people off their kilter.
Yeah, so Jennifer, did you put a question? Thank you for the badge and all that stuff. I think I have one question, let me see, from Monique. Monique, am I getting promoted? See, I think I'm definitely feeling that career stuff, so we're definitely going to be working on that. All right, so feel into it. A lot of people are going to be getting pushed out of jobs, getting into more purposeful jobs. Yeah, Monique, you will. So just trust it. Be confident in that you will be getting promoted. Let's see.
All right, let's see if there's any messages from the universe of love. And this is self-love, not so much love, love as in love of romance. Right? So universe is saying it's time to make a demonstration. The older the soul, the softer the glance, the quicker the smile, and the sooner to say I love you. They also skip and wink more than normal and hold hands with those that they walk beside, utterly fearless of the universe. And so, well, love snuck itself, romantic love snuck itself in there. Honor thyself. Just curious, when was the last time you looked in the mirror and addressed yourself as gorgeous, magnificent, or sublime? It matters. Here's looking to you, gorgeous, the universe. P.S. Okay, hubba hubba counts. I don't think I've heard that since the Flintstones. Change is always good. Actually, the only effective way of changing another person is by changing yourself. Works every time, guaranteed. Though I'm kind of partial to the way you are right now. Tally-ho, the universe. The universe is also saying give yourself much more credit. Oh, stranger than strange, preponderance to ponder. Those in great relationships aren't always those who are good at relationships. Those in challenging relationships aren't those who are bad at relationships. Oh, see, wow, even through, I use preponderance ineptly, this one is really good. Please ponder the universe. And the last one, enjoy your extraordinary uniqueness. Do you know what you've created? No, besides an intergalactically known saunter named after you, inspiration in the eyes that have watched you, hope in the minds that have admired you, and love in the hearts that have known you. But you might ease up on your sachet before someone gets hurt. Not bad, kiddo, not bad at all, the universe. So, some messages of encouragement from the universe. I think a
Oh,
few people
nice.
need it today.
Yeah, and Jennifer's asking, my business is changing from homeless housing to elder convalescent and on my right path. All right, let's see. Sorry to put my necklace on. I'm moving slowly this morning. I think that's awesome that you're working with the homeless and the elder convalescent. So it sounds like you're on your soul's path because you're giving back. So acts of service and more of that kind of stuff is on the path. Let's see. Yeah, it is a clear yes for you, Jen. So. Do you have any career cards for her, or what kind of cards?
Yeah, I can do a career card. What's your name, Jennifer?
Yeah.
All right, let's see what we've got for Jennifer. Spirit, give me. Oh, fell right to the ground here. So that means it says precarious. There have been a lot of ups and downs with your finances. Money coming in fast and going out just as fast. And fast changes regarding money or an unexpected turn of events. So does that resonate with her? A lot of ups and downs, things coming in, coming out.
Jen, just let us know if that resonated or not with what Larry pulled for you. I don't have any career cards, and usually a career is just kind of, you got to go with your intuition.
Yeah, feel it in your gut. If you start to feel anxious, if you don't feel that you're happy to go to work every day, if it's a drudgery, you dread it, you come home spiritually empty, then most likely that's not a place for you to stay for a long time.
All right, she said, yes, had to pay $14K to add doors to a facility for the licensing. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, that's the problem with these service jobs. I mean, it's all about the heart into it, and they don't pay as well, but that's the true test of faith because people are going to be getting pushed into more of those jobs of service. Since we're moving into more of the age of Aquarius, it's not going to be that 9 to 5.
So Tilly has a question too. Will my property close soon? So, like I say, I think we've been feeling the energies correctly. It's around economics and around livelihood, safety. Property is always around safety and security. Will my property close soon? And Tilly, just please like, share, and subscribe, and let's get you an answer here. Will Tilly's property close soon? Spirit, me. Nice. Come on, Spirit. There we go. Spirit saying for sure. So this is a big positive for you. Yes, it will close. And let me see if I can get you a timing. Sometimes Spirit doesn't like to do timing on that. Take it with a grain of salt. It's a general. Whenever we do timing questions, things can change in an instant as you make decisions that change or somebody else makes decisions that change. But it shows you what's in the energies right now, Spirit. When will her property close? Can you give me? Spirit gave me three cards. Dusk, time of the full moon, and an unintentional moment. We just had a new moon, so this could mean within a few weeks. At dusk. So it seems like sometime in the afternoon, you're going to get a message around it. See if does that resonate with you, Tilly? I'm a little slow today too. The energies have really been kicking me out.
Yeah, I'm putting that charging the phone just because it didn't get to fully charge. Okay, let me see what she said.
You're welcome, Tilly. All right. So who has some more questions?
Jennifer, donations, they should be in our TikToks. If you click on the link tree, let me see if I can.
If you look at the profile on TikTok, it'll have the profile. We can put it in the chats if you need it, but it's usually in the profile. You'll see a link tree for donations. Each of us don't see the others' chat, so if you need it, just if you want to donate to anybody, just put it in your chat. But If you
Yeah.
just go to look at the TikTok profile, you will see the chat. We both take Venmo, we both take PayPal, and we're very appreciative. And we love the little hearts and things that come through as well through TikTok. So
Yeah.
we
And if you
appreciate
can
anything.
share and like, that's too, it's just an energy exchange. So, and also Larry and I, just so you know, we'll be doing, a group Zoom for healing. I think we're going to focus mostly on the twins and the higher level soul love ones this time for the 1111 portal. So that is going to be coming up. So make sure you're following us and make sure that's something you want to get on. It is, again, a donation based. We are usually on for an hour and a half. He does a lot of light language. I do full Reiki. We do a little bit of a collective, as well as we pull some cards for each one that joins, and depending on what's going on, as well as it usually can be an hour, hour and a half. So let me know. We do it on Zoom, so we have the time to do it.
Yeah, and it's usually a fraction of the cost of what we would charge for a personal healing, but you basically get the basic effects of a personal healing. It gets recorded, and you'll be able to, re-listen to this over and over again and still get benefits because each time you listen and watch, you're going to get another layer that peels off and another layer that heals. It's going to start. The energies have been starting since pretty much the 8/8 portal, and it's going to run through the end of the year. They're just the most intense energies. I don't know if you saw last night. We just had an incoming. What was about 2 days ago, the flare shot, but it came in yesterday. In the evening, which is an X9 flare, which is probably the largest flare we've gotten since 2017, and energetically, because we're very magnetic from a scientific perspective. We're a lot of magnetism around us, and when those things hit, it just knocks all of our shit up. And what does that do to us? It brings up every bit of trauma that we have that's deep inside, and it's pushing it out to be seen. Now you can choose to see it or you can choose not to. The more you've moved into your healing journey, the more sensitive you get to that until you get to a stage where you're able to move past some of those energetics. Many of us are not at that stage yet, and that's okay. You have to be where you are. But they were really unsettling for a lot of people, and it's okay to be unsettled, and it's okay to kind of melt down to a little extent, and everyone does. I don't care how healed you are, you're still going to melt down at one point or another because the energetics are just going to get you. It's just the environment we are. But these will help. I'm going to
Hold on.
probably be placing something up on that 1010 portal for YouTube for this week. It's going to be a very powerful healing. It'll be on YouTube. I'm probably going to do it either today or tomorrow. I'm going to post it. But that 1010 portal is going to be the next set of energetics that's going to hit, and it's most likely something that you're going to want to, work on there, and then put a note in your calendar for the 1111 portal. We're going to probably do it on the 10th of November, which is a Sunday. We generally try to do Sundays so we can reach everybody, where the energies are always there at least a couple days before the portal. So with that, do we have any questions we'd like, or maybe Susan's going to pull a collective?
Yeah, we're doing a collective. It says, Jennifer says, yes, I'm in twin separation, loving myself. Good, good. Keep bringing it back to yourself. Divine power is on here. All right, so that twin journey is really about working on yourself. It's a message or the mission of bringing it all back to yourself. You can get in this loop of constantly focusing on the other person and what they're doing wrong, but no, it's all a reflection of what unconsciously you're dealing with on your side. So keep bringing it back. Whatever is reflecting in your outer world is your inner world. So keep working on yourself, and that's all you can do, and that will bring in your person. It might not necessarily be the person you're thinking of, because it really depends. It could be. It depends on whether they're working on it or whether they're choosing the path. But we all have a little bit, some catalysts and some false twins that do push us towards our real one, and they will come in. So it's all about that alignment and that working on yourself so that the real one will come in, or that person will come back heal, because the more you focus on them, the more they can't heal on their end. So make sure you keep bringing it back to yourself and get out of that chasing, because that will push them away, and that's what helps them run.
Sure does.
So we got to get out of that loop. So it's more about that alignment. And that's the whole thing about this mission too, is just being in alignment, that Zen, and letting everything come to you. So it's once you stand in your power, your boundaries, your alignment, you're working on yourself, you're doing your soul purpose, then everything will start coming into you as well as your abundance. So you're welcome. You're welcome. I don't see any more questions, so I was going to heat my coffee, but the teenagers scared me coming in my house.
That's
I
what
hear
they do.
doors. I'm like, my daughter's driving, so like, I'm like, it's not my weekend, but sometimes they pop in. All right, so if we're doing this love, I'm going to do the twin flame tarot. Let's see where the energies are. See what's going on with the energies. Sea Witch. All right. Reminds me of like Ursula. Oh, wow. First card out. Ten of Cups. Family, happiness, long-term commitment. All right, so this happiness is coming in. So understand we're going through a little bit right now. Yeah, this Eight of Swords is kind of where a little bit of us are, which is bringing us to our knees. But that 8 is abundance. And we're working towards this 10. So know that you feel trapped and you're overthinking, but get out of this victim mindset, okay? A lot of you have been pushed into this soul searching. So this is really what's bringing up all. So see this 8, 9, and then the 10. So you have to get out of this, get into this soul searching, and then you're going to get to this 10, okay? So this soul searching is really bringing you to your knees to make sure you're bringing up anything that you need to be facing on inside you. So make sure you're doing that, because that's going to bring you into your divine empress, divine emperor, their energies, take them how it resonates. We all have them within us, the masculine and the feminine, because some of you have really gotten into this defensive mode, okay? Because you're like, what the hell's going on? And we all are there. These energies are really pushing us right now, because here's the thing, half the population is not awake and half of us are. And those that are have to get into alignment to bring those up. So what this is forcing is a lot of us to face those shadows, so the more of us can get into alignment so we can get to that higher timeline. And there's a lot of crap going on with this politics and everything else, and these massive nature destructions, however you want to look at it, whether they're man-made or whatever, they're all happening for a reason. So it's all bringing up this trauma and this fear. So just know and work through those, okay? Because on the other side is this Wheel of Fortune, okay? Again, fear is false evidence appearing real, all right? It's in our mind. So get out of that fear. And some of you, yeah, we were pulling this, is that this love is coming in. Some of you have this really love that's coming in. And it's going to be some twins, higher level soulmates. But if you've been working on yourself, this is what's coming in. You're kind of in this indecision right now and confusion. So keep seeking that balance. I know sometimes we don't see all the next steps, but that's the reason. It's that blind faith and trust, okay? Because you're either going to be becoming this wealthy person after this, or this successful entrepreneur is coming in. So normally we are saving ourselves. So you need to step into your power for any of this to come in. This is the ending. So we're getting through this death and rebirth so we can step into this new. So you're going to be starting and going into calmer waters once you get through this. So just trust that. It's the starting of a journey, and you need a little bit, and I know I hate this word, is that patience.
We all hate that.
It's balance, okay? And it's just trusting, all right? Look at those angel wings. We're all working on getting them back. And once they start, you're going to be more in alignment, and divine support will come in. So we are moving forward into that calmer water. Let go is what I'm getting from that card. Really let go of the past. It's not coming in. Anytime you're still stuck in the past, we're not moving forward, we're not present. Again, all your patience is going to pay off, okay? It's just not going to, it's slow, that's what it's saying, okay? And then we're going to be moving into more of this luxurious. I keep seeing fame for some people. Keep seeing luxurious lifestyle. So what is happening in the outer world, and like even like the ports being closed, it's the balance too. So it's the balance between the haves and the have-nots. So you're going to see a lot of that stuff playing out, because the universe wants to balance out the money issues right now. So you're going to start seeing that. So make sure you're staying that positivity. And let's see what else we got. Is that resonating with everyone?
Yeah, and you two things that I like. I love your fear acronym there, the false evidence appearing real. I think that's awesome. And also, it's Libra season, so the balance is always coming out during Libra season. Everything shakes out to try to balance itself out. So it's always a tumultuous time.
Yeah, we'll do some angel cards to see what we need to know. Thank you for the gifts, and this is what's going on. So get out of the fear. Just trust everything's happening for us. Let's see. Well, we have abundance coming out, so let's do these fairies because abundance is on top.
Yeah, all I've been seeing is 88888 all over the place.
And I've been seeing the eights too, so it's coming in. All right, so trust it. We can feel it, but we don't see it in our outer reality yet. So just trust it. I'm getting pulled to the fearless love. So any of you have love that's coming in. All right,
Good morning, Joey. Did you have a question?
Yeah, see, this moon energy is coming out. So we don't see what is coming in. So just trust. Surrender to the ebb and flow of life. You're feeling confused. This fairy comes to calm emotions and reassure you that peace of mind is possible. Just stay in this peace, okay? Don't let everything overwhelm you right now. You're getting your wisdom. You're getting your signs, your synchronicities. I know me and Larry are because we're on this path. So we're getting on here to make sure we're sharing that with you, all right? Because we're all helping each other through this lifetime. We're all walking each other home. We're just at different stages. No one of us is better than the other. Once you start to put yourself above someone, you're actually below them. So stop judging others. Have you ever been told that you're wise beyond your years? Now's the time to call upon your inner fairy wisdom to help you with this challenge. So know how wise you are. Okay, a lot of you are really focusing on this inner child healing. So we might have to focus on this with the light language and Reiki.
Yeah. So we got a question from Joey. It says, does Milani still have romantic feelings for you? So let's find out. I'm going to look at some love energy. And right away, what popped out for me was a psychic connection. So you guys have a strong soul contract. Whenever you see psychic connection, it means it's a high-level soul contract. Let's see about feelings, though, because sometimes you have that contract, but there's no feelings behind it. So, Spirit, what else do we have? And so one of you needs to let go of the past, and that's possibly why you still feel that connection. There's some sort of a trauma that's going on within your past, and I'm going to see what that block is. So if you can hang on for a second, I'm going to get it's one of my new favorite decks because, a lot of times us as card readers will tell you something's going on, but we don't have why are you being blocked? What's the core trauma behind it? And the key to fixing things is knowing the core trauma and being aware of it. So what is the core trauma between Joey and Milani? Why is the energetics still calling and pulling at him? And Spirit's saying, soulmate only. You have many soulmates who would be great for you. There's not just one. So what Spirit's trying to tell you is that there's more options out there for you, but you have to let go of the past first. And once you release that energetics between that person, the next one or two or three are going to come in, right? And a lot of it is because you're focusing on that one person. And once you focus on it, you block everything else out. And let me tell you something, we're all guilty of this because we get in our heads that this is our person. Some reader tells us it's our twin. And then all of a sudden this dynamic comes in. It's really a program. And that program comes in and focuses you on that one person. And why is that person not healing? Why is that person not coming back? Why are they doing all these things, yet I'm suffering? And the idea is to get out of that mindset of you're suffering and that they're doing it to you. No, you're doing it to yourself. And you have to release it. It's not easy, but you have to set the intention to start with whatever is that trauma that is causing you to hold on and not let go from a connection. A lot of us just have trauma around connections in general. And you have to basically heal that trauma. The 1111 portal healing would probably be good for you. Yeah, when you have a kid together, it becomes even more difficult because, you're always constantly, face it, we're both single parents, and so we understand that you're always kind of tied to the hip to your kid till they're about 18 or so, and then even then you're still a tiny bit tied to the hip. Once they, release on that one. Once they come out, it's, it gets a little bit better, but with that, you just have to kind of release it and see where it goes, because what happens is sometimes if you release the connection, there's actually a potential for the connection to come back in again healed. But as you hold on to the past of that connection, and that's where we all trip ourselves up, especially in the twin space, is that you hold on to the past of the connection. The past can't be, because that past is trauma. It's a false timeline that was put to keep you stuck. And because of that, by holding on to that false timeline, you're being pulled back into that space of the trauma, not the space of where the timeline where potentially you could be partners, right? And again, that's the spirit just reminding you have more than one soulmate. And so allow for that possibility. And as you allow for that possibility and release the old connection, something better is going to come in. And I'm going to give you a timing on that if you decide you want that. And again, it's all choices. We have to choose. So if you decide that you do want to start healing, when will it come in, Spirit? What's the probability? And it's always a probability. So Spirit's saying it's faster than you think, and May, right? And so with that, I would just put your calendar for 11/10. That's November 10th, it's a Sunday, 4 p.m.-ish, and New York time, Eastern time. We're going to probably do that group healing. Just send us a note, say you're interested. You don't have to join. It's donation based. But this is going to help you if you go to my channel on YouTube, my spiritual healing channel. I have a ton of activations for love and twin flames, probably inner child that you're going to need to work with. But with that, go visit there if you stay onto the channel. For right now, we're going to do a light language so you can get an idea of what light language is and how you react to it, whether you resonate with it or not. So if you just keep watching, there's going to be questions here or collective stuff that probably be good for you anyway. And you're welcome, Joey. And yeah, we understand how it is being a parent. Both of us are.
Oh, thank you. All right. So Jennifer sent me a PayPal. Thank you, Chase. Yes, every day. All right. So let's see. We're going to do these abundance ones to see what's coming in as well. So do you have any other questions?
No, that was the only question I had on my side. Yeah, for those who are watching, we only see each other's our own chats. TikTok doesn't allow for us to both see a joint chat.
Okay, Jennifer wants a message from her DM paying your friend. Okay. All right. So, so just know we're clearing. This is what we're doing. We're clearing a lot of this past stuff. So that's why it's so important to let go of the past. Okay, we're clearing that. It can't come to the next timeline. Okay, can't keep holding all that old baggage. It's gonna weigh you down. Expansiveness again. Get your mind into how limitless we are and expansive that we are. Turn is more creative than your rigid, constrained, exhausted ego. So we had this limited mind, and that's how we were brought up. So it's really asking us to really expand your mind and know that miracles can happen, things can happen really fast, and it's all us creating our reality, knowing that we're just on a stage. This is a show. We're all watching it as it's all unfolding, and we can control our reality. So we're the ones that are holding ourselves back. So have the courage to really do that, because that's what's going to bring in this divine abundance. So let me know. All right, Jennifer wants a message from her DM, so I'm going to work on that. Let me see.
All righty. And so if anybody does have any questions, please put it into the comments. Please like, follow, and share. If you did get a question answered, please make sure that you are subscribing to our channels and share it out. I'd like to see that little thing above me that says share this, please. Move up a few more, and also subscribing a few more. That would be great. It helps us keep the getting the message out. This is what we do for a living pretty much, and so it helps us. Helps put shoes on our kids.
All right, so yeah, the collective song is Genius of Love. All right, Tom Tom Club. Interesting. All right, so let's get your messages from your person.
And then Moonleap, I'll get you I'll get those messages once Susan's done with this.
All right, Amy, I'll get to your question next. I just grab a towel or whatever. All right, so these are to my beloved. All right, so let's see what messages we have. Amy wants to know if she can find a new place. All right, let me work on Jennifer real quick, and then Larry might have someone on his side.
Yeah, I've got one on my side.
Okay. All right. What is going on with Jennifer and her person? Ooh, that one wanted to fall. Yeah. So they didn't really want me to see this. So your person has tried to find your same energy in others. I wasn't able to find it. They're missing you. 222. So you might be seeing this number. So let's see what else we have from your person. I want a message. Juju. Yeah, your person really, they're kind of flipping backwards. So they really are trying to hide their energy from you. You literally have the best hugs. You do have magic touch. So this is what your person sees if you're seeing the 11 or 111. They are confused in what they see, what you see in them. I feel like you're out of my league. So know that 7, if you're seeing that 7, they are confused because they don't feel worthy. So this is a lot in the divine masculine, and take it as it resonates, because it doesn't mean it has to be a masculine. It's just the energy. So it could be a female feeling this, is that they're confused and they're not feeling like they're worthy of this connection. So that could be on both sides too. So they can be mirroring it. So just make sure you're going within and you're working on it on your end, and that will help them on their end. So
I pulled these 2 cards for her too as well.
Okay, what is that?
It says, I wish you were mine and time will tell.
Okay. Yeah, you are the love of my life. We are divine counterparts. This is the divine is eternal. So knowing and trusting that was the biggest thing on this journey. The 10, 10, 11, 11, 12, 12 is you're always connected to that person with that red string of fate. So there's nothing you can do to unhinge that. It's just a matter of keep working on yourself and then having that divine timing and the patience. I am lost in our telepathic connection and I'm silent, but I'm with you. So they are definitely sensing, they might be sending you messages. So pay attention in the dream state. Usually they try and work through. So pay attention to what messages you're getting. They know more than you think. I feel you all the time. I wonder how much you know about me. So this is what their thoughts are at this time, 333. I get confused by our connection, and this is why I stay silent. So it's usually overwhelming for them, okay, because a lot of connections that are down here are not like this. They're not as intense. So it is pretty intense, and even when you're in the presence of your person, it's almost like our throat chakra closes up, and then we are more telepathic. So just know that it's very overwhelming. I still replay every single thing that you said the last time that we spoke. So maybe you guys have actually spoken over the phone or in person. So just know they're still working on karmic. So they have a lot of negative energies that are around them at this time. So that is on their side that they need to work on. That is their karma. So I hear so many songs that remind me of you. I can't get you out of my thoughts. And this is a normal thing to have that soul or those songs that come through. That is them speaking through the song. So make sure you're paying attention when you walk into places, when you get in your car. If you are posting anything, they're looking you up on social media. I'm going to take you and treat you as you should always have been treated. So no, they do think of this when they're ready to come in. They're doing their best on their end to stay positive and have a healthy lifestyle. So you have to have faith that they're doing all that they can at this time with what they're dealing with. People don't get you like I do. They are pushing me to let this connection go. So this is all the toxic karmics that are around them, unfortunately, and that's what they have to deal with. All right. And then the last on top is I feel you worry too much about money. I'm manifesting different types of abundance. So again, that abundance is coming in. Those 7s are coming in for a reason. So let's see. I'll get you one more. The hidden truth. Let's see what messages we have from here. What does Jennifer's person want to say? They look for you everywhere. So they see you. They're seeing signs of you everywhere. They want to feel that way again. So whether you had some good times together or not, or we're closer talking, I wish I could take their words back. So sometimes they project a lot of what they don't want to say, and that's their wounds. So just make sure you're not taking it personally. That's them working on themselves as much as we are on ourselves. So let me know if those resonate. I don't know whether Larry, you wanted to pull some as well for her.
Yeah, let me pull a couple for you. I've got a deck that I'm feeling for it, and then I'm going to do Moon Leap over here. And for those of you watching, this is what a paid read for. Messages from your DM. It's multiple decks, so you'll see the differences, as far as in the energies. We see the synchronicities. So when all the decks are saying the same thing, it's telling you something. And what was her name again?
Jennifer. And then Jennifer, Genius of Love, Tom Tom Club. Listen to that song. There's the message in there for you.
It's a great song. Okay, Jennifer, messages from the person. Okay, we're going to get one more. There we go. That one fell to the ground, so we'll start with the one that falls to the ground first. It's always the one we want to look at. You're the first thing on my mind when I wake up in your morning. So your person is really, pretty much tightly attached to you. I feel like I can be my true self around you. And I have unwittingly sabotaged the connection. So they're aware that they kind of pushed the buttons to a point where the connection kind of hit its Johnny Dunn moment when, you just get to the point where the pressure just boils up and you've got to do something. And generally that's a trauma response from both sides, but that's what pushes you to heal, because now your traumas and your awareness, you work on yourself, your person works on themselves. And if you two match the same frequency later, well, guess what? You come back together again. So, there's potential there, but you have to choose to heal. So hopefully that resonates. And then with that,
yeah, I'm just going for Amy real quick. Will she find a new place soon? Right,
yeah.
See Amy.
So let me get Moonleap here as well. Moonleap, do you have a message from your spirit team? And Moonleap, one of the messages, I'm going to pull 2 cards for you. Your spirit team is saying it's time to let go, prepare for change. This is a big message in the collective right now, not just for Moonleap, but for a lot of you. There's a huge bit of change, but we're holding on to the past. We're holding on to it because it's what we call a trauma bond, because you're comfortable in the trauma. You don't realize what it's like to be in the light. And so you're afraid of it. If you've been in the dark for so long and that light comes out, it's bright, you don't know what to do. And any other messages from higher self? Moonleap, those meditation cushions. I have to see those. You have to put a link for those in the chat. And your team is also telling you that there's a message that's trying to reach you, Moonleap. You've got to kind of get on those meditation cushions and get that message from within there. They've been trying to get a hold of you, but you're not catching the moonleap.com. I'm going to check that out. You're not catching the message. They've been sending it and sending it and sending it. So look for numbers or messages that seem to be repeating. That's your team trying to get a hold of you. Perhaps in meditation, just quiet the mind a little bit more, and that message will come through. So I hope that resonates with you, Moonleap. Please like, follow, share, and subscribe.
All right, so Amy, we got the answer is yes, but I'm going to pull a when, because I feel like it's coming out underneath that not. So it's basically saying you're kind of creating this in your thoughts. So you really need to keep your thoughts positive that you're going to find some place. Otherwise, you're creating reality. So let's see when this is coming in. Okay, so it's saying not the right time, but it's going to say that, trust it'll happen at the right time, and it's going to happen sooner than you expect. And then after that is January. So just says don't force things. So the universe is working behind the scenes on when this is going to happen. So just trust everything's happening when it's supposed to be. And keep an eye out for, and also keep positive that you will find it at the right time. All right. So the same thing as our person, the divine has to work on when things are going to come in. Things have to be shuffled around, actually. And it's 11:11 at this time, and I got pulled to it as the cards were falling. So know that that's the universe saying you need to really just pay attention to the signs.
Awesome.
Yeah, things will unfold as they are meant to, and I know you're going to start seeing signs of it in a couple days. Okay.
Yeah, and that's we always worry because we try to control when things are coming in. When is it going to come in? Do I need to be there because I need to receive it, and you're going to get it when you get it. And Spirit loves to surprise you. So when you're in your worst spot ever, you're down in the dumps. You don't see a light anywhere, and then all of a sudden, boom, this thing hits you like a brick being thrown at your face. And that's how Spirit works, and that's why you got to release the control. So with that, do we have any other questions? Otherwise, let's see if we want to pull one more collective. I might do an energy thing, and then we'll see if we want to feel into what kind of light language we have. I'm either feeling abundance or I'm feeling inner child, or potentially both, because sometimes the inner child keeps us from our abundance. Let's see what the energies are telling us. Spirit, what are collective energies? And if anybody's looking for another read, please let us know, because paid reads always take precedence. They jump to the front of the line. All right, Spirit, what are the energies for today?
All right, and Jennifer says she's had her Kundalini awakening, and I'm completing my shadow workbook and came into my spiritual gifts. So that's awesome. It's good. It's right where you're supposed to be.
All right, so we have blossoming abundance. I think we've been seeing this for a while, and door to value. And if you notice door to value, if you look at it really closely, there's a lot of dollars coming in. So if you marry that with abundance, Spirit saying, you know, it's coming in. I know you're waiting. You're patiently waiting, and you've been waiting and waiting and waiting, but it'll come in when it comes in. So just be prepared for it and be in gratitude. So with that, any questions, or I'm going to feel into potentially doing a light language activation.
Yeah, let's see. We'll do that, and then we'll finish up with some more collectives. But let's see if anyone has questions. All right, Amy, that resonated. You're welcome. Anyone have any stories or anything that they want to share that's going on that's been crazy with these energies? We'll get some messages. After we do probably a light language and some Reiki, we'll probably get some higher self messages and messages of how you need to move through these energies. And maybe we should probably pull some money cards too, I guess.
Yeah, we always like money cards, especially when there's money in it. All right, so I think, yeah, I'm feeling into it. We have some inner child work that needs to be done. The inner child work, I do believe, is blocking a little bit of our abundance, because that inner child is trying to get our attention for whatever it is, whatever that trauma is around money. That whether that was you didn't have enough money for that toy when you were a child and you wanted it, but yet, you know, you wanted the Cabbage Patch Kid? I'm so dating myself. The kids wanted that so bad, but they got these fake Cabbage Patch Kids, you know, from the dollar store, and, you know, or the G.I. Joe, and you got the fake one. It was, you know, a disappointment, and that disappointment then colored your relationship with money for a long while, because you felt in lack. So we're going to work on that today. We're going to work on healing that inner child, bringing it to your awareness of what it is that is holding you back from money, from your inner child, whatever your inner child lacked at that time. It's time to heal it. Can't change the past. What we can do is heal it and heal our responses to it, because we responded the way we knew with the information that we had at the time and the experience we had at the time. As you get new information, new experiences, then things can change. So we're going to set that intention to, you know, help our inner child heal a little bit around its relationship with money, its relationship with lack, and to bring in the energy and frequency of abundance. We're going to set the intention that this healing comes from our highest self outside of polarity, with the frequency of love, to move us to our highest timeline, with no harm to anybody. So if you intend to receive, just intend to receive. If you do not wish to receive this, you can go ahead and choose not to receive it as well. And so with that, we're going to set that intention, and shonono pa ya pa apa iju pa ne e pa ha ya yu sho pa yu pa pa ya pa ne he pa uju sho pa ha pa ya pa u sho sho no pa e pa ya pa na he pa u sho sho pa 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 ne he pa ye pa apa ya pa u sho pa ne he pa sha e pa u pa u pa ne pa ne he pa ju pa ya pa u sho pa ne he ya e pa u sho sho pa ya ba ne he pa sha pa u pa ya pa ne ha pa uhu pa shi pa 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 ne pa 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 ushu pa All right, so that was just a quick, short, kind of sampler of light language. Let us know how you receive that. Everybody will receive it differently. Some people will receive it as an emotion. Some people will receive it as a sensation. Some people will receive it as a burp or flatulation. However you want to, however you're meant to receive that, you will. I've got a sneeze coming in, which means I'm releasing something too within that. And if you resonate with that, come visit my channel over on YouTube, Silver Fox Spiritual, and also consider getting some information around our group healing for the 1111 portal by just sending either myself or Susan a note, so you'll be notified once we have the time, date, and everything set. It will focus on love.
So manifestation 1111 2222, it says, what is he doing? It is called light language. If you've never heard it before, you can get on Instagram. There's lots of people that speak it. Larry did explain what it is. You just need to listen to it. It will open up and release some of your emotions. And he has his YouTube channel that has lots of extensive light language on there. So I don't know whether you want to explain it, Larry, again a little bit.
Yeah, so I can explain it. So effectively, light language is something that is not learned. Like a lot of people always ask, how do I learn light language? You don't learn it, you remember it. Right? It's an activation that happens when you're ready energetically. And some people, light language comes out. A lot of people like to call it linguistics, light linguistics, right? Because it's you're speaking through a multidimensional vibrational frequency, and it'll change over time. Some people actually use hands. Some people have, they do it through dance. Some people draw it, right? It manifests in the way that you're meant to manifest it and what resonates within you. You know, a lot of people do a lot of amazing little drawings with the light language and stuff like that. And it's just a remembrance of a language that you've spoken at one time during one of your many billions of lifetimes that you've been here. And sometimes it's a mixture of multiples of those. And what it does is it brings in the codes and frequencies that you need to release a lot of the traumas that are in your body. And it's just giving your body, your soul, all your mental, physical, and spiritual bodies the frequencies and codes that they need to start releasing some of the trauma. And it's just something that, we don't, the speaker doesn't actually heal. You actually heal. And it's the same with Reiki or any other energy healing. Your vessel and you and your soul are the ones that are doing the healing. All we're doing is giving you a frequency or a code that you require for your body to do it. We don't do anything, just a conduit. So I hope that helps.
All right, give me a second. I'm going to do the heart Reiki. Let me just see. I have teenagers running around. Hold up.
The joys of teenagers at home.
What's going on?
So with that, if anybody has any questions or anybody would like a card pull, please let me know. We do have some time to do what's blocking in love, messages from your DM, messages for your higher self, and a mini read. Those are all pay reads. And if you just want one question, you can just put it in the chat. And then all we ask is that you like, follow, share, and subscribe to the channel if you did get a reading. So that's good. I'm glad that you've been grounded. You really need to grind. Lovable, you really need to do a lot of grounding right now. There's the amount of energies that are coming in since the 8-8 portal have been just immense, and it's keeping most people unstable and ungrounded. And the more grounding you can do, the better you are. Because a lot of stuff is being pushed to the surface, and you can choose to heal, or you can choose to just keep on going back around the hamster wheel. And I call it the hamster wheel of karma. It's doing the same behaviors over and over again, expecting a different result and wondering why things aren't manifesting the way that you want. It's because you're just choosing not to look at what that is as a shadow, because all those experiences we deem as not pleasant are generally triggers, and those triggers are showing you what's inside of yourself that you're choosing not to face, and you don't want to face it. And as you face it and understand, why is this experience coming to me, then you can start to get the awareness enough to heal, and you set that intention. Healing is not an easy process. It's actually quite stringent, but in the end, things do get lighter over time. So with that, do we have any other questions where I can pull a card? If not, I'm going to pull one or two energies around love for today. So let's see what the general love energies are. Hopefully the teenagers are okay. So
Yeah.
Spirit saying for our collective love energies, we have stay optimistic about your love life. Yeah, things may seem a little bit stuck. I always love this. A lot of the Indian card readers, they call it stuckness, which is actually a right term for it. They speak better English than us sometimes. And Spirit saying that, yes, that honeymoon phase, that new thing that's coming in, the happiness is coming in, but you're going to have to stay optimistic. It's going to take some time. And let's see if we get a timing on that. When is that stuckness going to be unstuck? And let's go to, and when are we going to see that brand new honeymoon phase? And Spirit saying within the next 3 months. So before the end of the year, hopefully, by like New Year's, hopefully that unstuckness comes in and we're back in those loving energies again. I think things got pushed back a little bit with all the crazy energies of the eclipse. But, that's what happens. Energies change, timing change. You can't do anything about it. You just got to ride the wave.
Yeah, that is clear. All right, so then let's do, I got the tuning fork out for our heart chakra. So that's what I pulled. So a lot of people are healing from their heart. So just know whatever happens to us is for us. So it's usually cracking our heart open to accept the true love that we need. So as Larry's light language has helped, you just have to listen to it. It's a vibration. We are all energy, and it will help whether you consciously or unconsciously release some of those emotions that you have stuck in your heart. So anyone that has hurt you, anything that's happened in the past, whether it's family, friends, or a loved one, just know whatever it is, we need to let go so we can let in the new love that's coming in. All right, so just take a deep breath, close your eyes, and listen. All right, so feel into that. So be aware when you're listening to music too, that they have purposely put some songs on a different frequency, and we are on a different frequency, and it depends on what frequency you need for different healings and different chakras. So just pay attention to what you're getting called to and what the vibration is, and whether it is a good feeling in your body or if it's a negative feeling in your body, and you will know. All right, let me know how you feel to that.
Yeah, and while we're waiting on some responses for that, just want to remind everybody about some of our other social media channels. So Susan's very, very popular on Instagram. She's an influencer. She's on Sundays and Wednesday evenings. I think she's also tried Tuesdays. Her Tuesday reads have been really amazing. So please like, follow, share, and subscribe to her on Instagram. What's your ID on Instagram, Susan? Let everybody
It's
know.
Mindset Reset 20. It's Susan Teresa's the website, and then YouTube, and this is Susan Molyneux 888, and it's 4 8s for YouTube.
And so just make sure you like, follow, and share on her channels as well. Catherine, I'll get to that in a second. I'm just going to finish some commercials. And so the other thing is I also am on Instagram. You'll see me as Silver Fox Spiritual Healing. Obviously, if you're watching here on TikTok, I am here, Silver Fox 9501. And on YouTube, I have Silver Fox Spiritual, which is my light language healing channel, and Silver Fox Spiritual Twin Flame, which is my card read channel. So if you could like, follow, share, and subscribe, please reach out to either one of us. If you are looking for your own Reiki or light language, Susan does coaching as well. We have the $10 What's Blocking You in Love, $10 Messages for Your DM, and $25 for a mini. and 55 for a full readings are amazing. They will be done through either video or phone, in which case you'll have the chance to answer questions and stuff, and they generally will run about 45 minutes or so. So I do have a question from Kat, so just make sure you guys like, follow, share, subscribe. If you do get a question answered, please make sure that you are following us, and donations are greatly appreciated. So will you and Carlos get back together again, Catherine? Let's find out. And Spirit, will they get back together again? And Spirit saying, of course. So that's a very positive one, and let's see what the energies are with you right now. Spirit threw us 4 cards, so this is a good one. Twin Flame Union, so welcome to the roller coaster ride. Perfect match. And natural evolution. Spirit saying that you need to let this take its natural course. Don't try to force it. Divine timing. So Spirit's really pushing that message that the more you try to force it, the worse it's going to get. And I'm just going to pull what is blocking you in love. And this is one of the greatest reads that you can get if you're looking for a paid read. Is what is blocking you, right? Because we can tell you about a lot of things, but if you're not clear why you're being blocked, what's the energetics behind it, you can never fix it. And so I'm just going to get the top one for you, Catherine. I'm only going to ask for one here, Spirit. What is blocking her with Carlos? Spirit, of course, doesn't listen to me and does what it wants to do, telling me who's boss, and gives me 2 cards. So Spirit saying rejection. Build your confidence by dating a lot. Find out what people like about you. So one of you has issues around self-worth and rejection that needs to be healing, and burnt out. You feel emotionally burnt out right now. Retreat and recover before continuing. So what Spirit is telling you with these 2 is that, start healing this rejection. Go within yourself before you start going back out there. And the reason that this is being blocked is because one of you has an energetic of attachment, neediness, not feeling worthy. And I don't know which one of the 2 it is, but that's what's the main blockage that you guys got to heal. You've got to heal it on your own. You cannot heal your person. You cannot change your person. Your person needs to change on their own, through their own will, to change themselves for themselves, not for you, because if they do, then that's bad energetics. It's a need, and it's not being who they are. And the same thing with you. You need to heal things for yourself, not because if you heal, then that person will come in, because that's also not good energetics, because it's a lack mentality. You have to heal because you just want to heal, because knowing that as you heal, you attract what's meant for you.
I have 2 questions over here. So, Anna, in the future, is it a good idea to move back to Florida? I got and looks good. So let's try and find out when the timing is, and then I have Lovable is asking a question. So let's look on the timing. Anna to move back to Florida. When is a good time for Anna to move back to Florida? It's saying almost next month into 2 months from now, so it might be soon. So I would check into it and keep looking and see what's going to pop up. They'll show you what's meant to come in for you. So keep paying attention and looking. It looks like it's coming in pretty soon before the holidays. Lovable, will me and Stan reconcile anytime soon? So much is happening. All right, so let's see what we got for that.
And Catherine, you're welcome. And Lovable, if you're working on that reconciliation stuff, definitely the 1111 portal healing would be one that would be great for you to attend, because we're going to be working on that, all of our blocks to love, because the 1111 portals, the twin flame portal, the love portal, the divine counterpart, high level soulmate, whatever you want to call it, that is the number for the twin flames, because it's a balanced number. You may want to consider joining that. It is donation based, and just email either one of us, and we will give you more information as we get closer to the 1111 portal.
Okay, well, Stan and I reconcile anytime soon. We'll try and get some more cards from this. Get some answers on what's going on. Spirit's funny. Yeah, I love Spirit. So use your intuition, but on top is absolutely And then what was peeking out was, the answer. Okay. This is your person, they're coming back in. You got to trust and faith. So sometimes when we get separated, it's for our healing. Let's see, what other messages we want to pull for this. Let's do the faded. See what's going on. Okay, so what? I'm trying to pull it out, and this one didn't want to come out. So a mask. So this means they're not being their authentic person. So your spirit's going to really push them into their authenticity. So it's going to really push that person to heal, to get out of that fake mask pretending. And let's be honest, we're all coming to this life doing that because we are given these names. We are not what they give us, and we're not the programming that they do. So it's all about unlearning all that stuff. So there is justice coming in with this lovable. Make sure you're taking your power back. All right. And then this to me says he's trying to control things. So they're trying to get him out of that control. And letting go and releasing. So this is an ending, but it means just transformation. Okay. This is just a healing for both of you. So everything's happening for us, not to us, as well as to get out of any kind of obsession. So a lot of divine feminines are usually working on boundaries, some codependencies. The divine masculines can be working on obsessions, addictions, all that kind of stuff. So you have to be aware of it, that we all have to go within, and it's our jobs to heal it. And don't blame the other person too. We all have a little bit of that on our side that we need to heal too. So it's just usually that's the majority. Yeah, this promise, and it didn't want it flipped out underneath, so it didn't really want me to show this, or it didn't want to come out. So it's promises. So this was promised to you in this lifetime. So you just have to be in that faith and trust and know that this is coming in at the right time, okay? There is a little uncertainty right now, and it looks like he's in this runner phase, and that's because he's fearing the intensity and intimacy. It's on a higher level, and he's not used to it. So you just have to let him heal on his end, and he will come in when he's meant to, as well as keep focusing on you and healing on your side. Can you tell me when we're doing the 11/11 portal? I believe it falls on a Monday, so we probably are doing it on a Sunday, the 10th. So I'd have to look at the calendar because we want to do it when most people are on it. Yeah, so it looks like the 11th is on a Monday, so we could probably do it on a Monday night, but I think we have it set up for Sunday right now, but we will be posting that. So just let us know if that Silverton and any spiritual guidance. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah, you know what I heard for a twin flame contract, one of the, or high level soulmate, it's called a WE contract, WE contract. I thought that was a nice name to put to it.
Yeah. All right. It's always funny when I'm on these. The kids are constantly texting me. You're welcome. So yeah, just know this is all working out for you, and now it gives you a little bit of an idea of where that person is, and that's why it's so important to have that compassion. Everyone's working on their own stuff and their own past life karma, as well as whatever they're dealing with, the karmics that are around them. So just have compassion. The same thing, that you did on your end, they have to do as well on theirs. So
yeah, and don't feel that somebody is more healed than you are, because you know what? We're on here every day, but we go through our ups and downs just like everybody else. We still have all of our trauma to release as well. If we didn't have that trauma, we wouldn't be here, nor would anybody else who's on there. So just steer away from people who have told you they've released everything, they've healed everything. And healing's not done in a day. It's not done in a session. It's going to remove a layer, and you've got zillions of layers on that onion to remove. So try not to put all your hopes into one specific healing to solve all your problems. It's not a one and done. It's a 1 billion and done. And so take that in mind as you take it one day at a time. We all go through this, no matter how far we are into our healing or how short we are into our healing. Everybody has something to learn from somebody else. So don't ever feel belittled that an ability didn't manifest, because we all have different ones, right? Or you don't get a knowing that somebody else gets. Well, that knowing may not be a true knowing. You don't know until you feel it in yourself. Use your own discernment.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, she's saying, like, Larry, if you have any guidance for her, but he just kind of spoke. And then on the, I pulled off the hangman and the promises. You will be getting some communication. Just know that you might be dealing with a Taurus or Earth sign, and they might just be in this stubborn, but the universe is trying to get them more in this
Yeah.
dependable mode. Okay.
Is it guidance in the love side of it? Is what she was looking for? I'm going to give her what's blocking it.
Yeah. Whatever you feel.
Yeah, I think it's a blocking. I think today's been, an awareness of whatever's blocking us. And a lot of times that blockage is because of an inner child issue. That's why I think we did the inner child. If you missed the inner child healing, watch the replay on my Twin Flame channel on YouTube. All right. So the block I have here is unsocial. You needed to get out and mingle with people so you can meet somebody, right? And so right now, the block is that you were closed off, right? When it says unsocial, sometimes doesn't mean you have to go out and meet somebody, but what you're doing is you're preying on the outcome and you're blocking anything else. I'm going to ask for one more block. Spirit, give me one more block on here because I don't think that's the full story. It's too attached. Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying. And so this is just confirmation from Spirit. And it means that you're too attached to the outcome. And Susan and I both profess this a lot, that what happens is that when we attach ourselves to a person, not a frequency, what we do is we block anything that could potentially come in, because as we do our own healing, and everybody has a choice, you can heal or not heal. And as you work through that, your frequency may be that you'll have 5 or 6 other ones that are potential for you, that maybe are a higher potential for you that you didn't consider because you were so attached to that one person. And so it may take 10 years for that one person to get into healing, because if you've got a high level soul contract, as you heal, they heal, but they always have choices in that healing. And it may take, 5 times the amount of time for that to happen. And they may not be at the level of the other potentials that you could meet during the path. And it's a difficult, thing to hear, but it's allows you, as you're more open to possibilities, because that's all it is possibilities because of free will, you're going to get better choices or other choices. So hopefully that's helpful.
Yeah, we're just clearing this energy.
Yeah, the energies. I got my dragons one out today. Usually I don't use it.
I was seeing dragons last night when I went to Parks to see my cousin. Like, it was like that was my sign to how to get out of the casino. Thank you so much. I appreciate you both. No, you're welcome. So this is what we're on here for. So here's the thing. Never get upset depending on where you are. We're here to help move along the collective. We've had people help us. So it's just in our energy. And sometimes it's just people need to be around our energy. Sometimes people need a little bit help of the light language and the Reiki. Sometimes people need a reading because they want a little bit guidance. But even when I started on this journey, I didn't trust myself. So I went to psychics to get that confirmation. So that's probably what you're getting on here, just to confirm what you're already feeling. But you also need to trust yourself. So anyone who's not helping you actually hone in on your own gifts and trusting your own intuition, just pay attention to that and how you feel. Because there are people that, unfortunately, there are spiritual people, because we are in this devil's playground, that are wanting to throw people off their path. And there is a reason why everyone feels like they're on a twin, but not everyone's meant to be on that twin. Get out of your ego, get out of that mindset. There is tons of soul family as well as soul ties that can come in. There's such thing as kingdom spouse. You just have to get out of the title and know that what's best for you will come into alignment when you're ready for it. Okay. So that's really a big thing of us working on our ego and getting out of that name recognition, thinking that we're above everyone else and that we're on this twin and no one else is on it. That's part of the loop and the matrix loop that they put in down here. So let's do some angel guides.
Yeah, and while you're pulling that, while you're pulling those angel cards, I just want to expand upon that. There's the twin flame is a phenomenon. It's a name that was brought into play by people, and so what you're going to get is you're going to get a lot of people that are going in there to grift, right? Because they know that everybody, all of us here want to be loved and want love, right? We're creatures of love. We came from a universe of love. And so we were trying to get back to that frequency, and that's how we get out of here. And so a lot of people are there for the money, just to keep people strung along. If you look at, some of Susan's reads, some of my reads, we taught you how to solve yourself. Like if you look at my twin flame reads, I do one pretty much every day on TikTok, and it's about 20 minutes long. But it always shows you in reflection to yourself what your energies are. Because if you're focusing on your twin, you're focusing on that external person while he's out partying. I mean, I used to be like, I used to watch those. I'm like, oh my God, she's out there having sex with everybody else, and she's out partying, having a great time, and I'm sitting there having a miserable time, right? And they get you there, and they suck you into the story every time, and that story's getting you in such low vibration because you're, oh my God, they're there, why aren't they healing, why, and that's just human nature, because you want to blame somebody else for everything. And what you do is, as you look into yourself and understand your own healing, what's meant for you will come in, and it should come in a happy place, not in an anxiety place. And a lot of what you see out there, they're getting you in that anxiety place, and that's meant to keep you stuck. It's a program, it's a system, it's a contract that you actually signed to keep you from waking up. And so don't get stuck into that. And so let's get some.
Yeah, yeah. And just know that those people that are around you, they're karmics, they're meant to keep you in that energy. That's why it's when you start this journey, you're trying to cut a lot of those family friends off and really taking your independence, and they get frustrated with it because whether they consciously or unconsciously know in the spiritual realm, they're trying to keep you on a path and keep you off of what you're meant to do. So you have to feel into who's helping you move along further and who doesn't want to see you happy. So trying to work on me. Yeah. So make sure you're paying attention to that. Let's do some angel guides. And that's why me and Larry are on here to help the collective and make sure you guys are understanding where you are in this journey and how we can help you. Oh, wow. All right. And these were upside down. So healing energy. A lot of you need to get this healing energy. So you're getting called on here. So you need to really get on Larry's YouTube and really start listening to his light language as well as get some Reiki. You guys need to really be working on your energy. So Yeshua, or however we are supposed to ascend. So a lot of the stuff that we've been taught is wrong. So we have to work on our chakras. We have to tune into universe, source, ground, and also it's that Kundalini awakening. So it's through our spine and through that. Hell is technically in the root chakra. It's in the lower extremities. That's that fear base. Whereas we go into the heaven, which is our head, and that's opening up the third eye and the crown, and that's giving us the knowledge so we can see through all the darkness. So know that a lot of it was perception. So basically, that's why people are somewhat in their head in that fear, and they're in the hell. Whereas some of us are in that heaven energy, and we're bringing that in because we are at that higher state of consciousness that we're not being pulled down by a lot of this stuff. So not you need this healing. That's why it's coming up reversed. Otherwise, then that will start helping open up these opportunities for you that will assist you in this transformation. And then this is Mother, Father, God. So this is connecting you to the universe. So this is so we can work on you connecting yourself, all right, and trusting yourself. And you might need to go through a lot of help to get to that journey. But once you start connecting and start meditating and really connecting, like some of us are going to be pure channels for God, Christ consciousness is in the messages. So once you connect to that, you're in your full power. And then for some of you, that once you get to that, you will get this holy love that's going to come in as well. Because once you'll be gifted your gifts and then you're working on yourself, that person will come in to help you along your journey as well as your soul family. Can you ask a question? Of course you can. So let me do some of these messages from your higher self. Wow, that one flew across really fast.
Yeah. You know that's they're trying to get your attention when that happens.
And my phone is buzzing. I can only imagine what the teenagers are texting me. It's not my weekend. Why are they bothering me? Walk in stillness. Okay, so again, this is clarifying the meditation. Okay, so when we have all that chaos going around us, it's being that eye of the storm and calming ourselves down, because when you see still water, you can see through it clearly, okay, and you can see what you need to see. When it's rough and all that chaos, you can't see and make decisions as clear. So there's no choice to make right now. Just be still. You don't always need to know to jump in. Join in or jump into action. Okay, so just be in the stillness right now. They're just trying to get you to slow things down so you can start seeing things more clearly, because this is part of your spiritual growth. All right, and it's really hard because of the way they've designed this world is 9 to 5, 9 to 5. You've got kids, you've got like nonstop things. They put us in financial debt with one thing after another. I mean, they're just charging us for everything now. I mean, they charge us for water. I mean, come on, think about it.
Confusion breeds illusion.
live on a land that's free. They tax us like from every end. So this is part of the spiritual growth to come out of these illusions that we are technically in a financial prison. That's what they put everyone in. So you're so financially strapped that you don't do anything. So it's getting out of your head and realizing what's going on around you, prioritizing your spiritual growth, and don't allow the cares of the life to squeeze you out of goal. Because once you transcend this, then you start to bring in your wealth and you realize that it's just a game, okay? And sometimes we're obsessing too much about the wrong things. So make sure you're getting out of your head, and the meditation brings you more into that heart center, okay? Because our heart is technically the portal, and we need to trust this journey as well as this is part of the awakening, which is the next card. So just trust everything's happening for you, not to you. And the universe wants to bring you to these calmer waters, but unfortunately, sometimes we have to face some of those shadows and some of those uneasiness before we get there. And that's part of the struggle, because a lot of people, and you'll see that in other people, don't want to face that, and they'll get irritated by our energy because they're trying to stay with their mask on and they don't want to be dealing with that. Try to calm my home. The kids fighting back and forth. Oh, yeah. It's not fun when your kids are fighting. That's for sure. All right, I'm going to do some of these money messages, and then we're going to kind of wrap it up and see what Larry wants to add to it. Did you ask any questions? Can I ask a question? Billy, did you pop in your question? Just let me know if once you do. I don't see anything on here after that, so I don't know whether it's not populating it or not. But let me do the money thing while we're waiting on the question. But yeah, a lot of you are getting called into this for reasons to really unblock yourself and think of, it might have been filtered. So definitely jump on Larry's light languages and maybe get a personal one from him or a reading, depending on how you feel. You think you're being filtered. Yeah, make sure you pop it in, because sometimes I don't know why.
They sometimes do that. And if you feel called for a light language, like say, go to my channel first, try some of the generics. And if you feel the energetics of it, personal light language is good. I usually will include with my personal light language a couple of cards of guidance from your higher self, as well as a channel drawing to help you focus in onto the energetics that you need to work on. So it's a pretty complete system. It's one that I do myself. Nobody else does what I do. There's a lot of light language people out there, but I have my own unique spin on it. It's the same with the Reiki. Like if you feel called to Reiki, like when I first started, I started on Reiki. I got, I took the classes, got to be a Reiki master, and I used it for a while, but light language came in, and I really felt more comfortable with the light language. I use a little bit of both because it's just energy, and so it's as you speak. And same with Susan. She's, she does the Reiki, and if you've watched a couple of her Reiki videos, she has a few chakra clearings up on her TikTok channel, I think. And are you putting them on the YouTube soon too? And
yeah, I'm gonna start doing that today. That's my job today, to really get them up on YouTube. So yeah, just know, that Larry's, and I got called to listen to some light language over the last 2-3 years on not on YouTube, on Instagram. So whatever you're getting pulled to, it just means that you're getting pulled to it for a reason. Okay, and just think of it as Reiki practitioners. They're just channels of healing energy, illuminating the path for you to find your own light. So that's the same thing with light language. Whatever modality we're given, these are just tools. So whether it's a crystal, whether it's cards, channeling, they're just confirming our intuition and confirming. So they're nothing to get too stuck on, but they do help us cleanse our energy. They teach us these things that we need to learn. So just
and if you want to do any of them, some of them can be taught. Some of them are just basically remembered, like the light language is remembered, and you set the intention that you want it, and then let it flow as it flows and however it comes out. Jessica, you popped up. Did you have a question? If you do, put it in the comments. And like Susan said, it's don't get hung up on the tool. The tool is always intention. Everything starts with intention and ends with intention. The tool in between is just a focus point. So candles, spells, whatever. I stay away from spells and stuff. It's just they're never good energetics. I don't care even if it's a good or a bad one. The energetics just aren't right. The way you get things and manifest things is by going inwards to yourself and healing, and then you create your own timeline by just disconnecting from the collective timeline, and that's where you want to get out of. Not trying to manipulate the collective.
No. And be careful if you have any of those negatives. So, Billy, actually, Lovable, thank you for helping Billy. Yeah, I am seeing your message now. Amara, will I lose weight? Yeah, I don't know why it wasn't. I had to accept it. So, let me finish with this money cards that came out, and then I'll pull that for you. So, we got for the money, fast changes, or so sudden changes are going to be coming in with our money right now. So, just be aware of that. Take bold steps forward. So they're asking you really whatever you're getting pushed to learn or whatever to take those steps, because we're in this in between, which we're in this transition of the two worlds. So we're almost there. Okay. And on the top is education. So whatever you're getting called to, whether it's us or any kind of learning, this is part of your soul path. So pay attention to what, take the time to learn. All right. I don't.
Yeah, so I got a question from Jessica. Jessica's asking, and this is a good question, Jessica. She's saying, "Is my spirit guides here, and how do I reach them?" So, Jessica, I'm one of those people that really don't put a lot of faith in spirit guides because I feel that they're a distraction. They're there. You have them. If you want to reach them, you can reach them through cards. If you're clairaudient, you can reach them through clairaudience or clairvoyance or through meditation. You can reach them through a pendulum. But effectively, I always find that they're a distraction, and where you're really going to get your guidance, truthfully, is through your inner self, because your inner self is always going to tell you the truth. Whereas spirit guides are external beings outside of you, and because they're outside of you, they have their own agendas, and at the same time, they also are seeing things from their own perspective, and that's not it may not be the perspective that you need. Some people will find them very helpful. I personally don't, but you have to go with what your gut says on the spirit guides, because like I say, once you're never going to lie to yourself. Spirit guides may not tell you the whole truth. They may have a distortion of truth, because we're all inside this polarity universe that there's light and dark, and even the spirit guides have a light and dark to them. And so the message isn't always the best. But you have to take that personally, because if angels and spirit guides resonate with you, then that's what you should go with, because I'm only showing you what I see from my perspective. And that's the thing that a lot of people's spirituality don't realize. There's not always one truth inside of this space. The only truth is around love and the frequency of love. Everything else is just a distraction or an experience seen from a different perspective. So I hope that answers your question. If you want to know what they want to say to you, I'll pull a card for you. And let's just get a note from...
Let me just answer this for Billy real quick. So
go ahead.
You said about losing weight. I already pulled the card. So it's saying simply not, think again, as well as of course not. So what that tells me is that you're having some blocks. Okay. So when you think of weight, we put that on as a protection. Okay. And I think what it's telling me is that you have some unconscious blocks that you need to work on. So you definitely need to be listening to Larry's light language, getting a reading, and finding what those blocks are. Because usually that's an emotional block that you need to let go of. Okay. Because anything with true intention, when you're talking to your water or anything like that, you should be opening up to helping and having the universe help you with any kind of weight loss. But just be aware that that happens for a reason, and that the people that have that weight or the extra weight can unconsciously be bringing that on, because it's something emotionally they're not addressing. So that's what I'm getting from that.
Yeah, she's 100% correct. Weight, there's many physical reasons for weight gain, but many times it's an emotional, spiritual reason. The reason is that your heart got hurt, and what you're doing is you're protecting your heart space, because that's where the portal to yourself is. And by creating a barrier, so to speak, it's protecting your heart from being hurt again. And you have to heal the heart. You have to heal the inner child, whatever that drama is or trauma is. And it many times does have a spiritual beginning. Most things do. So, definitely take heed to what Susan's saying. Perhaps a Reiki, maybe a card read in a Reiki will get you to that place of releasing it. Same thing with the light language. So I hope that helps. And Jessica, the card I got for you is success and happiness are coming. So if you've been in that place where you're wondering when is it your boat is coming in, that ship is coming in very soon. So that's the message that I got for you. I hope that helps. Please make sure you guys like, follow, share, and subscribe. If you have asked a question and got a response, we do love donations, because that helps keep us moving through all these channels. And at the same time, mark your calendars for our group healing. You'll get the same equivalent of a personal healing, at a much more effective price. It is donation based, but you're going to get an hour and a half, and our donations generally are going to be around 35 to upwards, depending upon what you feel in your heart. So it's definitely worth looking at. And you're welcome, Jessica.
Yeah. So the other thing is we just got from Billy too. So I got these messages from your unicorn. So and she's saying that her grandmother is making you feel like I'm fat, and I know I'm not. Oh, that's horrible. Okay. Well, I'm sorry about your grandmother, but this is saying simplicity. Okay. So the cards that came out with the unicorns is put your energy into basics. Let go of any excess. So it's telling you to let go of this messages that you're getting. They're not true. And they're making you feel like you're stuck or you're in this energy. And that's definitely coming from your grandparents. So the next card that came out was love from your parents. No matter what, your mother and father love you as much as they can. So maybe you need to really focus on who is putting that love around you and not so much your grandmother that's around you. So know that when anyone's projecting their own issues, it's the projection from them. So try not to internalize what other people are saying to you. I know it's hard because we do take sometimes things internally, but try not to, because your grandmother's just projecting stuff that she was probably taught in her past, and then she's trying to project that onto you. And whether she's consciously or unconsciously doing it, with intention. Hopefully she's not doing it intentionally, but, please try and stay away from her as much as possible, and really don't try and internalize that, because that is her issue. And if you need to even say that to her, please stop saying those words to me. That is not me, and I don't appreciate that. Okay, because that's you putting your boundaries up. I know it's hard when it's family members to say that stuff and stand up for yourself, but you will get your conscious, you'll start taking your power back, and you'll start feeling a little bit better about yourself. But otherwise, if you don't feel like you have that in you to speak up to her, because obviously some people that are of that generation are just the way they're going to be, and they're not changing, is just to keep your time limited and put a protection around you when you're around her.
Yeah, the energetics for that generation were really difficult, and so many of them couldn't find that path to healing that many of us have been able to find within this lifetime, because the energies have changed to a point where it's allowable for us to do the healing. But as Susan said, put the protection up, put the boundary up, and if they don't respect your boundary, then take your energy back from yourself, and limit the exposure. We've all had to do it. You don't get to choose your family on a conscious level. They're just there. And so you have to make the best of what you can with them. And if it takes ring fencing them in for short bursts of time, then that's what you need to do. You're going to know what's the right path for you. But as Susan said, take your power back.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that's what it is on this journey, is that depending on who it is, whether it's loved ones, family members, love interests that come into our lives, friends, they're all teaching us to put our boundaries up and to love ourselves and to stand up for ourselves. And it can be hard when you feel like they're coming at you and they're attacking you, until you start stepping into your confidence and your true power. And that's what we're on here to do. And I'm here to help you love yourself, and not worry about that. We don't need the validation from others to be who we are. And unfortunately, that's what society's taught us, that we have to have that validation, and we don't need it.
Yeah, and perhaps you need some, you would benefit from a little bit of coaching. Susan does coaching for that, which helps you to understand that there's nobody that can trigger you but you. Nobody can take anything away from you. They can say whatever they want, but you're the one that allows them to hurt you. And it's a tough thing to hear, but you allow it to happen. And why do you allow it to happen? Because you allow them to tell you what's not true for you, right? And with that, sometimes a wonderful ear. Susan's got a great ear. Perhaps she can, help you, walk through that space with some cards of guidance and maybe a little bit of Reiki to kind of help those energetics change a little bit. So maybe reach out to her for that.
Yeah, absolutely. Whatever we can do to help you, we can. We're all here to help everyone along their journey. So just feel into it and feel where you're guided to go. Is there any other questions? I think we've kind of wrapped it up, so I don't know what else.
I'm just going to give one card of guidance from the higher self. Card of inspiration. I think everybody's with these energies. I know I need the inspiration along with everybody else. And for those of you who are watching and didn't get a read, but you may have resonated with something that somebody said, that's a lot of times where you're called to hear it, because even within our own reads, we get messages for ourselves that are meant for us as we give the message outwards. So just pay attention to whatever resonates. So higher self outside of polarity. What is it that we as a collective really need to know for right now to give us some inspiration for this coming week? Wow, it's throwing some stuff out at us. So let's go through them one by one. A lot of messages here. Reach for your dream, knowing that it's already coming true, right? So for many of you, we've been dreaming that dream. We've been waiting, and waiting sometimes is the blocking, because we're putting a specific outcome, and it's going to hopefully manifest in a way that's even better than what you could think. The sacrifices you make today will be worth it, right? So we've all been doing a lot of sacrificing here. I know it. I can feel it in the energies. You're creating a you that you will be proud of. So yeah, you've been putting in a lot of work, and you're like, well, when am I going to see the benefit of that work? When am I going to see it? I've been working on myself for years, but I don't see the money coming in. I don't see the love coming in. Well, sometimes the greatest things take a long time to build, one small building block at a time. And when you look at where you are now compared to where you were a year ago, 6 months ago, 2 years ago, what toxic things you were possibly doing compared to now.
Yeah.
Look back and pat yourself on the back. You have many layers of truth to discover, right? And this is going right along with this. And when a new door opens, walk through it and begin again. And so a lot of us are being forced through change right now, and change is uncomfortable, right? Why is it uncomfortable? Because we're so used to being in the pain that being pain-free, we don't know how to handle it. And so with that, when the door opens, walk through it. If you're already in pain, what are you losing out on? Nothing. And so take the challenge, take the risk. The risk will come with a reward.
Absolutely.
And so
Breathe
those
through
are the
the
guidance.
Yeah, ground if you have to. Get on here. We are going to be on Monday nights. Sunday mornings have been really working. We're going to be doing probably Wednesday nights, and then I am doing on my Instagram, Mindset Reset. I'll be on tonight with the collective, probably around 7:30ish. And then I'm going to try and do Tuesday nights, so that way we can figure out whether we'll do one on Thursday or Friday or something like that. So there's kind of all staggered through the week. But reach out to us if you're getting called for any personal messages. We get on to do these collectives to help you. But make sure, again, you're following Larry for his light language. If you're not familiar with that, that will help release some stuff. I've posted some on my TikTok, each different chakra for the Reiki if you need to listen to one specifically. And then I'm on SusanTeresa.com as well as Mindset Reset. And then this is my TikTok, and I'll start posting some more stuff on YouTube. So definitely reach out to either one of us. Larry has this stuff posted on his, so make sure you're following Silver Fox Spiritual and get any information that he's posting. So we both do readings when we post them collective, so you can follow those as well, and those are free. And please share those, whatever resonates.
Yep. Yeah, I do generally 2 or 3 readings every morning on TikTok. I post them out to YouTube on my Twin Flame channel, only as a kind of like a backup for the TikTok, and I'll also put them out on Instagram. Those are readings that are going to look at your separation journey as it relates to you, not as it relates to your twin, because really the only thing that is anything you can work on is you. So we look at your energies, and I also do a daily love energy to give you an idea of what the energies are within the collective. That's on TikTok, and as Susan said, on YouTube, I have Silver Fox Spiritual, which is where I do the healings. I will be posting within the next couple of days a 1010 portal healing. It's the next energetic that's going to come through. That's going to help you kind of ground some of these energies, because even I'm getting affected by these energies the last couple of days. It's just, it's crazy, and everybody I know that's really sensitive is getting that, and so we're going to help you try to ground with that. Don't forget to like, follow, share, and subscribe, and reach out if you need a service. All of our information's in the profile. And thank you for taking the time. We've been on here for an hour and a half, almost hour and 45, and we appreciate everybody who stayed on for the entirety. If you missed the space, you missed the healings that we did, the Reiki and the light language, it will be reposted on my Twin Flame channel, Silver Fox Spiritual Twin Flame, and that will be on YouTube, probably posted later today.
All right, sounds good. Thank you all. And then make sure you're paying attention to either my Instagram tonight, or Larry and I will be back on tomorrow night, which is Monday night.
Yep, and come with your questions. If you really feel the need to really dig in deep, we do have time to do the $10 ones, What's Blocking Love, messages from the DM, and also messages from your higher self. And the mini, we can do all of those right while we're online. So if you have that, you want to do it, anybody who does to get a paid reading moves right to the front of the line in front of everything. So if you've got that, set that intention, and come see us tomorrow. We're on our next nightly one, which is Wednesday night. So hopefully we can get you guys sorted. We can do about 2 or 3 of those for the evenings. So if you do want one, just let us know in advance. You can actually pre-schedule it with us. With that, I thank everybody. You have a wonderful day, and we appreciate all of you.
All right, bye.
Cheers.